In Nova Scotia's wilderness, 2 children vanished. Family secrets and mysteries deepen.
And that's playing heavily on the mind of this woman, Lilly and Jack's paternal grandmother.
Their smiles are just beautiful.
She hadn't seen the children in nearly 2 years, a relationship left complicated after her son, their biological father, chose to stay out of their lives.
All right, now we're going to hear a little bit more with this, and then we're going to jump to the DD. If you just rolled in, I heard some of you say, wait, go back and play the Malia. Don't worry, you didn't miss it. It's a big deal. A lot of people have not seen these. I'm surprised they didn't get taken down, guys. I really want to document them before they get pulled down, because they probably will. Only because of the way you can actually read her and see how she is. And it doesn't matter that it was 10 years ago. When you see someone's demeanor and you see their eyes and you see the way they carry themselves and you see how they talk, you'll know what I'm saying. So buckle in. You didn't miss anything yet. Absolutely innocent children that haven't been found, guys. They haven't been found. Where are they?
She says he has been questioned by police 3 times.
A couple of days ago, they had contact and they told him that they weren't looking his way anymore, that everything's fine.
She says she joined the search herself as soon as she heard Lilly and Jack were missing. She doesn't believe the children are in the woods.
There's no reason for any child to wander deep into the woods. There's just not.
The brush is just too thick.
It is way too thick. Way too thick.
Tonight is about saying a prayer.
So isn't that interesting that grandma says she doesn't think they're alive? You've got other people saying that they think they're alive and somebody has them. And then you got a person that knows about searches saying that they're probably out there and they crawled under something. It doesn't seem so. When you see that thick brush, I don't think they would have made it very far, you guys. I don't know how they would have gone so far. I understand the hiding part, but how did they make it past all of that? And yes, I'm so glad that that little girl was found. I didn't even get a chance to post the Sage Claire Bell, is it Sage Claire Bell case that she was found. I didn't get a chance to post it before she was found. So thank God that she was found fast enough. All right, let's keep going.
She attended a vigil in Pictou County marking 1 month since the children went missing and says she feels the support of the community and beyond.
Well, these are everybody's grandchildren. They're not just mine now.
Yeah. As she clings to cherished keepsakes.
This is Lily's handprint.
She is pleading for any information that could provide answers.
There is nothing more pure and innocent than a 6 and a 4-year-old. And they deserve so much better than what they got.
Yeah, grandma's feeling the same way a lot of people are feeling. And Mike, what's up? If those kids aren't in the woods, the stepdad or the deadbeat biofather has some involvement. My thoughts, awful grandmother living so close, not seeing those babies in almost 2 years. And you know what, Mike? I would rather you say this than me. People get so upset, especially with these cases in Canada. You know, you got to just fill out the territory and fill out the people. Thank you so much for saying that. It makes me wonder, too, why not 2 years when you were right freaking there? And what about the other people that were right on the property? Why didn't they look at them? Why haven't we heard anything from them? What are the police not saying? What's up, Under the Mystic Moon? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, I'll let Mike say it. Mike, I'm going to blame it on you, Mike.
She keeps her mind occupied spending time in the garden, surrounded by hummingbirds, symbols of hope. Though she admits now that so much time has passed, she doesn't have much hope the children will be found alive, and even worries the mystery of what happened to them may never be solved.
Oh, I think it's going to be solved sooner than later, you guys. I don't have a doubt about that. I really don't. There's no way there's going to be 2 bodies that are that far unless something happened the night before and they were able to drive them to some remote place that the cops aren't able to track. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. All right, everybody, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Get a membership right now if you can, because we're going to be giving away a Snoop Dogg Father's Day Foxy box. Also, there's 222 people in chat. let's say a prayer that Jack and Lily are brought home. All right. However that may be. I don't think that they're with us anymore, but I'd love to believe that. All right. But I still want them to come home. All right. Let's now bring Deception Detective into the mix, and then we'll go to the Malia videos. I want to keep them right one after the other so you guys can compare and contrast how she talks about her children versus her personality. We'll say her personality, maybe not on DRUGS. I don't know. Thank you guys for the prayers. I appreciate that. Yeah, Foxy says the dog father. The dog father. All right, now let's break this down. Why did he slip up? What did he slip up for? What are we talking about?
For sleep. Lily came in multiple times. I was not in deep sleep by any means. And then about 20 minutes passed. And then when I woke up, my aunt was right beside me. She was still asleep.
Damn.
And I said, I don't hear Lily and Jack. I ran up in the woods.
How did that change so much? Now we're going to get an insight from Deception Detective, but right off the bat, right out of the gate, the people that have followed the case even this much, even real lightly, realized that he just did a Jen Soto. He just told a complete Jen Soto and gave a different statement than originally. All right. He said a few things. And thank you, Pepper, for being a member for 5 months. Good to see you too. Michelle DeMattis, I see you all over the YouTubes. Good to see you. Member for 6 months. All right. Let's listen to what Dee Dee has to say. About time she came clean. All right. Why are they not looking closer at this? Did he really pass that deception or did he pass? Did he pass his test? The light
Kids, they have cabins up in the woods, which only took me like 30 seconds. I came right back down. She was on the phone with the RCMP.
That's Daniel Martell, and I think he's lying about his missing stepchildren. And it's not just because that story literally did not make sense. So in today's video, let's watch his CBC interview and count the red flags.
All right, now we're going to count the red flags. Thank you, Mike. Mike's the guy I get to blame now. And I know you have a good sense of humor, Mike. I'm going to say Mike said it. Jay said this about him. No, Mike said it. Mike said it. Mike's got my back. I don't even know Mike's last name, but we're going to blame it on you, Mike. Just playing. Love you, my friend. Thank you for the $10 super sticker. Good to see everybody rolling in. Comment. And let's get you one of those Foxy boxes for Father's Day. Yeah, Mike's got a good sense of humor. Thank you. All right, let's listen to DD. There's some eye candy for all you ladies, all right?
I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation. So if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For exclusives and other cool perks, join the channel. Link in description. If you have two versions of the same story, debunking one of them is pretty easy. All you have to do is look for contradictions. If there are any, they can't both be true. So before we grab our deception decks and break down Daniel's version of that morning in the CBC interview, here's Malaya's version from a month ago.
They happen to just get out that sliding door and we can't hear it when it opens.
And we're going to play this again after, but I'm going to show you the videos of her on her own channel. Like, wait, what? Say what? All right. What is happening here?
And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew, it was quiet. And we get up and I tell him, my partner, Daniel, I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call.
Malaya said she's the one who noticed the kids were gone and alerted Daniel. He said the opposite. Malaya said they both went outside looking for the kids. Daniel said he was out for 30 seconds and she called the police in the meantime. Those are interpersonal contradictions, or contradictions between two people's stories. And typically,
right. And we like us together, right? Guilty of crime and the crime crew. We have been together for a little over a year now. And this is what you took the words out of my mouth. How is she not hysterical? What is the freaking difference between Jen Soto the potato and Malia. What's the difference? To me, I don't see much of a difference. I see another rotten potato that got her man to cover things up for her, and they can't get it together, and so she left. She wants that protection. Just like Jen Soto left, she didn't get arrested. I still do believe that she checked herself into a mental hospital for a few days right after all this happened and is using that as an excuse. Do I think Jen Soto is still in a mental hospital? Absolutely not. Do I think she initially checked herself in? Yes, I do. And I believe that that's why Malia got away and did what she did, was to get out from the public scrutiny. So we can't keep saying, look at what she's saying. Look at how she talks now. Look at why doesn't she have any emotion? She does have emotion, just not for her kids. And you're going to see that next. And you're so very welcome, Cindy. You guys have no idea. When I wasn't here these last few days, as much as I enjoy being with the family and hanging out, I still know that there's true crime happening every day, and these cases need attention, and they need direct attention where we give you the details, show you the facts, and boom. I don't like to be just swirling around for hours saying the same thing. I want you guys to get in, get out, and know what's happening, and I appreciate you guys. Yes, I'm going to show you that next. I'm going to make you stay here, and I'm going to show you next. All right? Another nasty potato. I have a new little nasty snake with a crown for y'all.
If one is guilty and one is innocent, the innocent person will point out the contradictions and be suspicious of the one who's clearly lying. So the fact that Daniel and Malaya haven't done that suggests to me that they're co-conspirators and this entire story is scripted. And there are plenty more signs of scripting and fabrication in that story. I've already pointed out a bunch of them in my previous videos in the series, which I recommend you binge watch if you haven't seen them yet. But there's plenty more in this interview itself, so let's watch.
A home deep in rural Nova Scotia, 140 kilometers northeast of Halifax, the last known location.
A lot of area to cover around the sticks here.
Not one, but two missing children, a dog that barks at everything, a mother who left on the second